Now, just a final concluding thought here. You look at the news, you know, every once in a blue month, check the news, you'll see there's missing hiker found, you know, sad stories, family found dead, including their pets and all that stuff, missing hikers. So on the sheep range, it's a beautiful place. No one can stop people from hiking. But we think if people go hiking, you got to do it for the nature, geological, natural history, and be prudent, know what you're doing. So here's the thing, you know, basically our perspective about the missing person subject. We know Susan's perspective, and, you know, we honor Susan's perspective above all. But this is based on the knowledge that we have received from our understanding. If the close relatives aren't, you know, basically if you go missing, who's the first going to be calling to round up the boys and go launch a search? And if the search parties fail, who's going to be persisting? Find our boy, find our boy, find our boy. It's going to be, obviously it's going to be relatives. Now we think we think it makes sense that if relatives don't want people searching for him, you know, they can't say, "Oh, stop hiking. It's your right to hike." Okay? But public land, it's your right to hike. You can go hiking 48 hours a day nonstop if you want. But basically, this idea that, you know, folks don't want a search or not calling for a search, we think there's a good reason. Why aren't the police interested in, you know, the missing subject? So, you know, they're not dumb folks. Okay, the police aren't stupid, right? So now there was back in the day where we thought we would be the finder, but we wouldn't claim credit for it if, you know, we were once the sincere choir boys, and we thought, all right, we find him, and the first thing we're going to say, give the credit to Jay Silverheels. We're just the gun. They're the brains. Okay. You know, if we found, but it's not about credit. We would have given all the credit to Jay. 100% down. But no, we don't think he's on the sheep range. So what do you got now? You know, if someone's traveling in France, the Bahamas, the West Indies, you know, it's none of people's business. So are you Kenny? Is this Kenny? You know, if who knows? Are they dead or alive? Or, you know, if they're not on sheep range, are they dead or alive today? Who knows? Who the hell knows? Maybe they got into trouble with the wrong group in a different country. So are they dead or alive? Who knows? But, you know, just our perspective, you know, as for searches, our perspective, you know, we don't think one should be too sincere. We don't think people might find a scattered sheep bone here and there, but we don't see it as a, you know, this is not going to be one of those, someone found a missing person, lo and behold, 8 years later. That's just our perspective. And back then, when we sincerely believed that he might be missing in the range, you know, our thought was why don't we partner up with someone really respectable, a respected officer of the law, the Barashan. Okay, because he's one of the first pioneers, and he's done his duty above and beyond the call of duty. And we think so. At that time, we were thinking, man, if we could partner up with Sean, you know, we're gonna just do we'll be the, you know, we're gonna crack it. But yeah, so you look at it, there's always good reason. Look, if someone is missing, if you go missing in the Valley of Fire, what is it, Death Valley, the folks who are going to be calling for your search long after the whatever official search party has conducted their duties, it's probably going to be relatives. Okay, and we think there's a very good reason that, family, this Susan has this very prudent idea. She doesn't want to see people getting hurt. Well, she can't tell you, oh, don't hike up there, because guess what? The NWR, the range, people have been hiking there before Kenny. He saw that, that rock cairn. There's been like-minded folks here, an explorer just like myself. Okay, so you can't, so her message is on point, but people are free to hike. But if he's out there, if he is still out there, and now just because he's not on the range doesn't necessarily mean he's alive. What if he's not alive? What if he's been deceased and no one knows about it, right? Again, eternal mystery. Some people are going to be left with the eternal mystery. But, if our subject is alive and if he's living out his life, he shouldn't be bothered. You want to be bothered if you just want to be left in peace? Okay? Does that make any sense at all? We try to make sense, but not everything we say or do makes sense.